Hi, and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to be doing a channeled love letter from your person. So there are 3 different letters to choose from, 3 different groups. If you want to take a moment to center, focus on your breathing, and feel whichever group, maybe multiple groups, or perhaps all of the groups that you're most drawn to. I'll give you a minute to make your selection and then we'll get right into it. And there are timestamps for each group in the description box of the video if you'd like to jump ahead. Hi, Group 1. So this is your channeled love letter from your person, and we'll read that at the end. I'm going to start with some tarot to get a feel for the current energies between you and this person, some zodiac signs, some clues about who this person is to you for Group 1. Okay, so we have the 4 of Swords, which is air energy, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Queen of Swords, so more of that air energy. King of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune, which for me as a reader is mutable energy, Pisces, Gemini, Virgo, and Sagittarius. The 9 of Pentacles, which is earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Knight of Swords, so more air energy. And the 10 of Cups, which is water energy, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. So this seems to be somebody that you're in a period of no contact with, separation from. You may have chosen to take some time apart from each other. The connection's somewhat on hold at this point in time. But in the midst of that silence, there's a lot of thinking going on. This person's reflecting, meditating a lot about the connection, about you. With this Queen of Swords and King of Swords here, this is definitely counterpart energy. So this could be a soulmate or twin flame that you're watching this for. And this can really speak to this person getting some clarity in that regard as well. Starting to see some truth about you, about the connection, about the compatibility that you both share, perhaps intellectual compatibility. There could be some telepathy that's going on as well. And I feel just a lot of back and forth about some things they may have overlooked or missed before, really denied before, even some actions they may have taken in the past as far as some blunt truths that they could have delivered to you, or just kind of a very abrupt ending that occurred in the connection. They might not have really been very tactful in their method of asking for space or just kind of putting an end to the connection. So this is something that they're thinking back a lot about, what they said, what they could have said better, and kind of strategizing what they want to say to really cut through the silence, to kind of break through the silence between you. They're seeing you as somebody who is very comfortable in your skin, somebody who is standing in your independence. You may have gone through some kind of a glow up since you were last in each other's lives or last in contact, that in some way the wheel has turned for you, where you may have been kind of devastated, sort of down and out after the end of the connection. There's been almost a reversal of fortunes. The tides have kind of turned in your favor, or you really have put in a lot of effort and work to kind of picking yourself up out of the ashes of this situation, really taking steps necessary to use this as a learning opportunity to gain some wisdom, some clarity and perspective from what you experienced with this person. And this also could have really triggered some other things within you, maybe some abandonment wounds, some feelings of unworthiness that you've really been working on. And by doing that work, it has really led you into a very abundant period in your life, really recouping a lot of your self-esteem after what happened with this person, recognizing your worth, practicing self-love, focusing on the things that bring you a sense of joy, a sense of abundance. You could be doing very well financially right now. There could be a lot that's really taken off in terms of your career, or you've become very certain about the direction that you want to be headed in terms of life purpose, the things that you want for yourself. You're actively working toward and cutting through any barriers or obstacles that stand in the way of your personal idea of happiness and satisfaction. And this person is either observing that from afar, or they're picking up on this energetically, this shift within you, a change in your energy that is really causing them to do some self-reflection as well, that maybe they had misjudged the situation, or there's a feeling of almost loss at having cut you out of their life, not being a part of these really exciting changes and developments that are occurring for you. They're really sensing you even energetically heading toward this happily ever after for yourself. They're seeing you as somebody who's very magnetic in your energy. You have a lot going for you. And they're recognizing as well that the longer that goes on, the more time that passes, the chances of another suitor coming into this equation, recognizing and honoring you in ways that they were not able to do before. This is something which is really troubling them. It's something that they're thinking a lot about, and they're really seeking, I feel, to somehow correct the situation between the both of you, deliver some kind of truth, truth that you have been on their mind this whole time, that they made a mistake in the past, that things have become clear to them, and to really put themselves out there to perhaps be by your side, to grow along with you toward this very, blissful and content and emotionally fulfilling future. They would like to do that together, perhaps start a family with you. And this can also speak to this clarity that they have come to in the silence, in the separation of, again, with the Wheel of Fortune, their perspective having shifted, their perspective having changed about you, who you are, seeing you through new eyes, and really recognizing you as a source of their emotional satisfaction, looking back on the time spent with you in the past, and really starting to focus in on, to hone in on the good times that you shared, this sense of harmony and peace that they had with you, the sense that anything was possible. You may have really encouraged this person, really believed in this person's dreams, even when nobody else really believed in these things. You could have been somebody who was a confidant for this person, very much an advocate of this person, a cheerleader, someone who was very emotionally supportive, someone who was really a shoulder for this person to cry on, a support system through their own process of kind of navigating and maybe overcoming some obstacles. And that could have been something they took for granted in the past, but they're at this period right now of starting to really appreciate that, and this energy is really indicating this desire to move forward, to express what's on their mind, some clarity that they've come to, some realizations that they've come to hopefully, shift the situation between the both of you and move things more in the direction of the peace and the harmony that you were headed toward previously, prior to whatever this situation was that kind of put the connection on hold or ended things with you in the past. So now I'm going to read your channeled love letter from this person for group 1. What do they have to say? So much has happened since we last spoke that I long to talk to you about. It might surprise you to know that I'm opening up to the idea of us and to a future that is different from the plans I had previously laid in place. I'm filled with a sense of excitement and momentum, and for the first time in years am allowing myself to be whisked away by dreams of a big and beautiful life. Every day something new dawns on me, something I had missed before, about why I was so stuck in my ways and determined to expel this connection from my life. As far as I have pushed you, and all the distance I ran, did nothing to diminish this strange pull that always seems to bring me back around to you. I'm done fighting this. I'd like to try giving in for a change. I don't even know if you feel the same way anymore, or if it shall be my penance to carry around a love that has, through my actions and resistance, now become unrequited. How I wish I could go back in time and see and understand the love you were trying to give as I do now. Thank you for planting these seeds, which are just now awakening within me. So I'm going to close this reading out for you. Group 1 with some initials. This can be first, middle, or last name of you or this person, or it can spell something out, just whatever resonates for you. Y, W, J, O, X, D, Q, F, U, V, I, T, G, and K. So those are your messages, and that was your channeled love letter, group 1. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. If you'd like a personal reading or a personalized channeled love letter, I offer both through my Etsy shop, and there's a link in the description box of the video for that. I also sell handmade jewelry and some divination tools in my Etsy shop if you're interested in checking those out as well. So I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well. Hi, group 2. So this is your channeled love letter from your person, and I'll read that at the end. I'm going to start with some tarot to kind of feel into the energies between you and this person, get some zodiac signs, some clues about who this person is to you for group 2. Okay, so 9 of Pentacles, which is Earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Knight of Pentacles, so more Earth energy. Knight of Cups, which is water energy, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. 7 of Cups, so more water energy. The Tower, which is Aries. Ace of Pentacles, so more earth energy. And Ace of Cups, so more water energy. So this is definitely somebody who has had some kind of epiphany, some kind of realization. This could be somebody who has undergone a spiritual awakening, is maybe kind of working through a dark night of the soul currently, and is in the midst of sort of emerging from that. A lot of things crumbling and kind of falling apart in this person's life. And I feel also in this person's ideas and mindset, and most specifically about their perspective with you, something about you that they may not have been at the place in their life where they were ready to step up and reciprocate the emotions that you had offered to them the first time around when you were first dealing with this person. If this is someone you're in no contact with or separation with, it may have been a very one-sided relationship where you were giving a lot emotionally, a lot of your time, making a lot of concessions for this person, and they were not really in a state to be able to reciprocate that. They were only kind of in this receptive mode, in this energy of taking, as opposed to really giving back. And that this is something where, if this is kind of a runner-chaser situation even, and you were really pursuing this person, really seeking to make your feelings known, seeking to perhaps convince this person that you were the better choice or the better option, if they had a couple different people, different partners that they were entertaining the possibility of, or if there was some competition even as far as work or some kind of hobby or lifestyle, even things with family or friends. And so there was a lot of a sense of competition, competing for this person's time and affection. And you may have been giving into this, really kind of going out of your way to try to get this person to recognize your value and your worth. At some point, though, it appears that you discontinued this effort and started pouring into your own cup. You sort of took that love, that energy, that effort that was being directed to this person, and you redirected that to yourself. You've been in this point of really focusing on your own abundance, on your own happiness, on your own self-esteem even. You've really come to recognize your value and your worth. You've shifted from an energy of pursuit into an energy of receptivity. And this shift within you has been felt, has been noted by this person energetically. This could also be something where, again, if this is some kind of a spiritual awakening that has taken place in this person's life, some kind of a shift in their worldview, in their awareness, they're starting to recognize that the choices they may have made in the past, they're accepting some responsibility for the situation that you find yourselves in currently, that this wasn't a deficit or a fault of you, but it was really a fault of them not giving back equally, not making the effort to, reciprocate. Just kind of with both these knights, Knight of Pentacles and Knight of Cups in this deck, they're both at a standstill. So this person was really taking no action to further the connection, to make their feelings known. And so they're recognizing their role in whatever it is kind of was the breaking point for you to discontinue the way you'd been relating to this person previously, and to shift that focus back on yourself. There is this desire that this person now has because of this tower energy, this awakening, this new awareness that they've come to, where they're appreciating your worth, they're appreciating your value, they're seeing you as somebody that would make a good partner for them. They're recognizing qualities about you, maybe even a shift or a change that has happened since you kind of moved out of that energy of almost overgiving to this person, overgiving to this connection, and instead, giving that love to yourself you wished that this person in the past had given to you. And this may have resulted in kind of a glow up, or, just standing more in your authenticity, really focusing on perhaps your career, your finances. There could be a lot of good things happening with that. You're very self-sufficient, very independent. This is something that this person is recognizing, perhaps for the first time or with new eyes. And there is this desire on their part to come forward, to give that love that they were unwilling or unable to give before. Some kind of deep emotional outpouring and a concrete gesture of interest. So this isn't just energetically moving back in your direction, but this seems to be a shift almost to wanting to dedicate their time, their energy, their efforts to building the connection, giving their heart to you, pledging their loyalty to you, or making some kind of a commitment that you are the person that they choose, that other choices in their life may have not really worked out, and there's this desire to try to start again, try to build again with you, kind of pick up the pieces from whatever had fallen apart in the situation in the past. And there's hope that they have, and it seems like they're moving in that direction currently to really extend an offer to you to start again, to try again. So I'm going to look at the channeled love letter now from your person, group 2, and see what they have to say. I've been emptying myself of all which does not serve me, which does not fit into who I want to become. Pruning away limb by limb, places I had stretched myself so thin into that I felt pulled and torn most days in many directions. In this state of having shed so much with more yet to work on, I feel both lighter and afraid. I can feel your love so strongly now that the clutter and chatter has been silenced and released. I keep telling myself to move forward, since there is no turning back now, even if I tried. Inside my heart, you are guiding me to keep letting go and to keep holding on. You give me hope even without words that something so beautiful can grow out of this expanse I have created within myself and my life. I feel at times so alleviated from my burdens that I have to cling to gravity to keep from being swept away. Perhaps this is the final step, though, the blind faith that wherever I am carried, it will be nearer to you and to a version of myself that I am proud of. I look to you and how much you trust in whatever may come. Day by day, I am feeling my way into knowing that all will work out between us in the end. So I'm going to close this reading with some initials for you. Group 2, this can be first, middle, or last name. If you or this person, it can spell something out, just whatever resonates for you. All right, so we have Y, K, P, B, U, X, L, M, Q, Z, A, and H. So those are your messages, and that was your channeled love letter group 2. I hope that the messages resonated with you and that you enjoyed the video. If you like the reading, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. If you'd like a personal reading or a personalized channeled love letter, I offer both through my Etsy shop, and there's a link in the description box of the video for that. I also sell handmade jewelry and some divination tools in my Etsy shop if you're interested in checking those out as well. So I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well. Hi, Group 3. This is your channeled love letter from your person. I'll take a look at that in a minute. I'm going to start with some tarot to get kind of a feel of the energies between you and this person, some zodiac signs, some clues about who this person is to you for Group 3. Okay, so we have the 8 of Swords, and that is air energy, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Queen of Swords, so more air energy. King of Cups, which is water energy, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. The Tower, which is Aries. 7 of Cups, so more water energy. The Empress, which is Taurus and Libra. And the 5 of Swords, so more air energy. So this definitely feels like somebody that walked away from this connection in the past. Something that they may have left very suddenly, kind of ghosted you, cut off communication, changed their phone number, deleted their social media. It's left you in kind of a position of your hands being tied, no way to really reach this person. Maybe at a position of, not really having the ability to get any kind of answers, any kind of closure. It's been something that you've really been dwelling on, ruminating on, or had for quite some time. It feels like you have or have recently moved into this energy of kind of breaking free from that, cutting away from that, really reclaiming your power from this situation, stepping into your power, recognizing your worthiness of love, for love, anywhere that you may have blamed yourself for the circumstances that you found yourself in with this person. If it was a situation where maybe they chose to go in a different direction romantically and you were left with this kind of feeling of defeat, maybe not being good enough if you had been in sort of the energy of competition with another suitor, that you've since kind of shifted your mindset to recognize your worthiness, no longer equating this person's rejection with any kind of a measure of your worthiness as a person, your worthiness as a romantic partner. You may have really changed a lot of things about your life, changed your approach to love, the way in which you show up, not just for yourself in terms of romantic partnerships or relationships, but you may have shifted a lot of things in your life in general. Some things you may have tolerated before, any ways in which you were overgiving or were willing to just settle for less than you deserved in romance, in friendships, in other areas of your life. You've really cleared these things away. You've really shifted the narrative. You've set some new boundaries, some new requirements as far as what is necessary in order for somebody to be in your life. You're recognizing yourself as somebody who is very abundant, worthy, and deserving of respect and reciprocity. And this shift in the mindset that you have had, this change that you've maybe even made in your life as far as closing out some cycles, maybe even ending some friendships or having some kind of a shift in your job situation, maybe a total makeover of your life. Everything on the outside, all your circumstances, even your appearance could be quite different than it was before. And it's also been this kind of this redo from the inside out. So your mindset, your self-worth, your self-image, all of these things have changed. You're reflecting on the outside the way that you feel on the inside. You're in this energy of abundance and vibrating very high and attracting to you a lot of opportunities as well. You're really, the changes and the shifts that you've made in terms of where you are investing your energy and what you're allowing into your life, it's paying off. It's really, you're starting to step into this period of, having a very successful and fulfilling experience in this life. Other people might be starting to notice as well this shift and this change with within you. Just your whole demeanor has changed. You're almost glowing from the inside out. And this is something which this person is also recognizing as well. There's definitely this energy of if they walked away from you, you were never far from their mind. They may have even gone in another direction in terms of romance, but they always held a place for you in their heart. They always thought about you. There's this sense of looking back, having made a decision, but maybe just feeling very backed into a corner, having to, it no longer being sustainable to perhaps entertain multiple parties, or if this was a choice between focusing on career or choosing to remain single versus investing in this connection. The choice that was made, it was not something that they moved forward with, and, it was just a very solid and reassuring decision. This decision is something which they've always been looking back. They've always been kind of reevaluating that, almost second guessing themselves. This is somebody who has also perhaps periodically been checking in on you in the time since you have last been dealing with this person. They've witnessed this evolution, this transformation within you. And so in these ways that other opportunities, other relationships are magnetizing to you, this abundance mindset is really it is having the effect of some really great things coming your way. That part of that, it's also magnetizing this person back in as well, energetically or in terms of the physical reality, what they're able to see. They're liking what they're seeing. They're sensing this shift, this glow up, this evolution, this ascension of your energy and how you're vibrating in the world and in your life. And it's something that's really compelling them to come back in, to again reevaluate that choice they had made in the past, which didn't really deliver the satisfaction they may have thought it did. It left them perhaps with a feeling of being trapped, having made the wrong choice, but not really sure how to correct that, how to kind of untangle themselves from that knot that they got themselves in. But it is something where they are in this energy of almost maybe reminiscing a little bit, but definitely at least energetically aware of the shift within you. And it's really piqued their interest, and it's really causing them to be in this energy of wanting to really close out some cycles, cut away some things from their own life, and kind of move back in the direction of you, in the direction of this connection, and perhaps invest a little bit more than they may have in the past. So with the Queen of Swords, this can indicate, a long time thinking about this. Maybe their perspective of you or their feelings for you have undergone some kind of maturity, some kind of evolution. And with the King of Cups, this could also be somebody who was a little bit closed off to love before. They may have chosen to stay single and kind of pushed love away if there wasn't a third party involved. It was just maybe their own kind of defense mechanisms. But there's been some kind of, in the time since you last were dealing with them, some kind of evolution in terms of their emotions. They're starting to recognize and value love and prioritize it in a way they may not have been able to before. There's a sense of kind of stepping into this confidence, into this maturity, and now being at a place of being able to kind of meet you, match your vibration, give to this connection the time, the energy, and the devotion they may not have been equipped to give before. So let's take a look at your channeled love letter now, group 3, and see what this person has to say to you. Thoughts of you are a welcome intrusion into my day. I'm looking back on moments we shared and desiring to create more memories. It's funny, although I'm sure you're not laughing, but I can't remember what was so important that I felt the need to put this connection on the back burner of my life. Some of this amnesia is feigned. I'm well aware of the hurt my rejection caused you. It's the why that perplexes me all this time later. Maybe it's a sign of my growth, that what carried so much weight with me, what I made a priority over you, just doesn't matter much anymore. I hate to sound wishy-washy, but I've been overwhelmed with the sense of a grievous error made somewhere in my past, so that time has moved forward, but I have a feeling of incompletion. Digging into this notion has brought up the most important thing I left behind, you. How do we start over from here? Is it too late to say I'm sorry? Are you still there? I've tried to search you out, but have come up empty-handed. Your once free-flowing energy is now veiled. Your boundaries are so enticing. I love how fiercely protective you are now over your time, your life, and your heart. I only have myself to blame for being on the outside looking in. I'm searching for a way to reach you. I hope we can start again. So I'm going to close this reading out for you. Group 3 with some initials. This could be first, middle, or last name of you or this person, or it could spell something out, just whatever resonates. All right, so we have K, A, D, Z, H, S, Y, I, P, J, F, U, and B. So those are your messages, and that is your channeled love letter, group 3. I hope that the messages resonated with you and that you enjoyed the video. If you liked the reading, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. If you would like a personal reading or a personalized channeled love letter, I offer both through my Etsy shop, and there's a link in the description box of the video for that. I also sell handmade jewelry and some divination tools in my Etsy shop if you're interested in checking those out as well. So I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well.